Hi, guys. So, on today's episode, I wanted to talk about feminine and masculine energy. I don't know if you guys have seen this like on TikTok and social media, but this has been really popular lately. And I'm not talking about like actual genders, feminine, masculine, but these people that really dive into like, oh, she's in her feminine energy, and when you're in your feminine energy, this and this happens. Well, a few things. I'm married to a man. I definitely know there's differences between feminine and masculine energy. I have a daughter and a son, so I mean, you clearly see the difference between feminine and masculine energy. And I haven't deep dived on this research or anything like that about this concept. However, I have, and I've shared this on my social medias that lately I've just been trying to recover. I had kind of like a lot of stuff going on after the last pandemic. And also, it was right around the same time I had my second child. And I've just been doing like a lot of recovering. I had like autoimmune stuff that had come up. And all the while, I've been trying to get pregnant and unsuccessfully. And I've had two losses in the last year. And I think it's important to just share that because one, a lot of people go through this. But two, it's like, I'm 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 almost grateful for this opportunity because I am a overachiever, or I don't know, I'm like a hustler. I'm like a go go go. I push myself. I push myself physically, mentally. This is always well, it hasn't always benefited me, but it does get you. It does you accomplish a lot when you're one of these people. However, I have always dealt with like bouts of exhaustion because that's always how I've been. I've always pushed myself really a lot, and then I've always needed to recover for periods, right? Now, these last couple years, I have pushed because I have two little kids. They're 3 and 5 now, but when they were newborn, it was during COVID. There was like the COVID period. We didn't have help, and then I was dealing with autoimmune disorders type stuff. So it was just kind of like I've needed to heal myself in order to try and have a baby, and I keep coming each time I get a negative or a failed experience with having a baby, or like I was doing IVF, like if it didn't work or if it didn't take or if I had a miscarriage or if me and my husband were just trying and it wasn't successful each time while I'm healing this autoimmune disorder, I am going to the drawing board and like, what do I need to do? Like what do I need to do to be able to have a baby? We also know that fertility is like a good sign if you're healthy, it's nice to be fertile even if you don't want to have a baby. If you're fertile, it's kind of a good sign that your body is operating, you have all the vitamins and minerals and things are in line and blah blah blah. It's not the end of the world. A lot of people have fertility issues, especially in our environment, but just overall, being fertile is something you want to be. Even if you don't want to have kids, it's just usually a sign that you're a healthy person. And so I've kind of went with that mentality. If Even if I don't end up getting pregnant, I'm like, I need to figure out why I'm not able to. And I also need to fix it, because I care a lot about just living a healthy life and longevity and blah, blah, blah. And to me, this is like a red flag if you can't get pregnant. Now I'm 38, so there's things that could be going on. So I've done a lot with minerals. I've done a lot with vitamins. I've diagnosed that I had a thyroid issue. I've adjusted my workout routines. Like I've done all sorts of stuff. Now, getting back to the masculine feminine thing, after my last miscarriage, one of my friends who she does like a lot of work with women and women's health, and she'll do like workshops. She does like a lot of sexual abuse stuff, but she'll do like kind of like healing workshops for women. And she just said to me, we work out together and stuff. And I said something after the miscarriage, and I was like, I think it was something with the kids. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to take on a lot with the kids and do XYZ. And um, I forget what it was. And she goes, oh, you do not need to be in your masculine energy. That's the last thing you need now, is to be in your masculine energy. Well, this really hit home with me because, look, I'm a stay-at-home mom who is married to a very masculine man, Italian man. So, kind of like just from looking at the outside, you would say I was in my feminine because I stay home, I take care of the kids. I don't go to work. My husband wakes up early. I sleep till 7, 6:37, kind of all these things. But what I realized after she said this is that even when you're doing female things, you could still very much be in your feminine, or you could very much be in your masculine. And I think I spend a lot of time in my masculine, from a workout standpoint, from just an energy standpoint, just like I kind of want to be the best mom. And my husband travels a lot, so I have to handle a lot of stuff by myself. So I feel like just taking on the brunt of things, kind of instead of resting, I take the idea of like, just get it all done. Make sure the house is clean, make sure like there's no choosing rest. It's always like go, 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 go. On top of everything, I'm going to make a ton of videos and write a book. And, I'm just kind of like that. And so it just dawned on me that I probably shouldn't do that, because my body is like, you're already handling a lot. We can't also make another human, like you're doing CrossFit. You're like throwing barbells with heavy, heavy weight on them. If I was 22, if I was 28, whatever, I maybe would be able to manage all of this. But if I'm honest with myself, I know I'm tired. So I've just been going through my days saying, is this choice masculine or feminine? And I don't even know if I'm choosing the right things. I'm just doing it to myself. And I'm consistently choosing the feminine. And I can tell you, I feel so much better. So some examples are, I've switched to a lot of just walking and Pilates instead of weight training. And it feels really good. Like I feel like I listen to my gut and it's really responding. I used to fast until noon, which tons of health people would say that this is, really good. And then I'd eat like a big meal for lunch and big meal for dinner. So it's not like I was like starving or anything. But I just decided to start eating breakfast, because I was like, maybe that little, like, why am I hustling even in the first half of the day, like starving myself? Like, no, I'm just going to eat. Like the intermittent fasting worked really great for me for a long time, but I'm just being softer with myself now. The cleaning thing, like clean so that you have a clean house, but you don't have to be over obsessive about it, because it's more important if you can truly take 30 minutes to just sit on the couch. Trying to rest every afternoon. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have that. And not feeling guilty, because in our culture, we are just, unless you're hustling, we don't really respect you. And I think we don't really even respect ourselves. And that's not working for me. Like the proof is in the pudding. It's just not working for me anymore. I have reached a point where I need to rest in more ways than one. Like I don't need to carry around. And it actually makes sense if you think about it. If you're a mom and you have, being a mom to little kids is such a big responsibility, especially if you're with them all day, like mentally and physically, just, that type of having your mind be so aware all the time, because you have to watch every single little thing that they do. You have to answer every single question, that you kind of have to be very present. Whereas if sometimes you can go do something else, it's like work, but it's not this like my children's lives, depend on it type of work. And so you are already like handling a lot. And then I think about it and I'm like, did I have to be carrying like 100+ pounds on my shoulders? No, that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense. I'm already doing a lot. So I've just really been leaning into this feminine and masculine energy. And I've been trying to just, and I say this because it might help some of you guys, that, next time you're doing something, ask yourself, is this feminine energy or is this masculine energy? And regardless of what like society tells us, if it's feminine and you think it's going to be softer and feel better on your body, then like do it, right? So anyways, that's all I wanted to share with this video, is just the feminine, masculine energy. I feel like my masculine energy days are over. I don't know. Maybe I just hustled. I've just hustled my whole life in career, in partying, like fitness. I'm just that person. Anything I do it like I want to be the best. And I think I have to retire. Those days are over. because really what's going to get you to live to 105 or something is softness, gentleness, you know. So I just wanted to share that. I hope it helps. It would mean a lot if you could subscribe. If there's any fun topics you want me to talk about, please comment below. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.